recap. The story begins on an island where a group of hunters face off against several giant monster ants. Their leader gets up close and personal with one, as he explains that they must hold the monsters back at all costs, and they cannot retreat. This group is quickly overwhelmed by the overgrown insects, and their leader begins to lose consciousness. One of the ants is snacking on his insides, and the leader's life begins to fade away. Just then, a man rescues him from becoming ant food and shocks the leader with his unbelievably powerful healing magic. The leader screams as this man is about to be attacked as well, but he is quickly saved, and the man that saved him calls on his teammate to follow up his attack. This next teammate is an absolute beast as he smacks around the monsters. The first group realizes that they were just side characters all along, and they are amazed, as it becomes very clear that these guys that came to rescue them are S-rank hunters. These guys finish off the red ants, but an even bigger albino ant appears. The attackers decide to engage the leader, while leaving the wounded to the healer. These powerful warriors initiate the fight and use incredible teamwork to rip off the thing's face arms. The powerful S-rank warrior then uses one of these face arms to absolutely destroy the giant pigmentless ant. There is no time to celebrate, though, as the albino army arrives. It turns out that the giant, powerful ant was just one of many, but these hunters fear nothing. The mage powers up his lightning, and the brute goes into roid rage mode, causing his giant muscles to destroy his clothes. Their fight can be seen from the city, where another man is glad that they were able to make it in time. This guy's name is Mr. Choi, and he is busy as the city seems to have a serious ant problem as well. He lights them up with some serious flames, leaving only the colorless ones. There's nothing to worry about, though, as he has his team of exterminators to fight them. We then learned that over 10 years ago, portals that could connect to a different dimension suddenly appeared in the world. All types of monsters come from the portal, and only people with awakened special abilities stood a chance at fighting them. These people are called hunters. Based on their magical powers, hunters are classified by rank ranging from S, which is the highest, to E, the lowest. However, the problem these hunters face is that once their powers are awakened, their abilities can no longer be developed no matter how hard they try. 3 years pass from the day of the ant infestation, and we find ourselves in a city. A large group is preparing for a raid mission, and a guy named Kim welcomes some dude with a mullet and sweet-looking mutton chop sideburns. The two guys catch up and hope to make a lot of money if their mission is successful. Finally, our protagonist arrives, and we learn that his name is Jinwoo. Everyone recognizes him, and they all say hello. Mutton Chop's name is Parks. He hasn't been around for a while because he's been watching too many anti-cap videos, so he wonders why everyone is greeting Jinwoo and questions if that means he is really strong. Kim explains that Jinwoo is actually infamous for the exact opposite reason. He just joined the group recently but has already been given the nickname the weakest hunter of all of mankind. It's a pretty lazy nickname if you ask me, but it's not an exaggeration. Jinko was even injured in an A-rank dungeon and hospitalized. Jinwoo being called there is a sign that this mission they're about to go on is an easy one. The guys try their best not to let Jinwoo hear their conversation, but Jinwoo heard it all and he can't deny a single word of what they said. Just then, a girl named Juhee arrives and she's upset to see that Jinwoo has been injured yet again. He was the only one injured during an A-rank mission, and the group didn't even have a healer because they assumed the mission would be so easy that no one would get hurt. Juhee is mad at his team, but Jinwoo has already accepted the fact that he's just too weak. He has already gotten used to it, but there's no time to throw a pity party as the next mission is about to begin. A man named Song Chi introduces himself to the team and proposes that he be the captain for this mission. He is the highest-ranked hunter among them, so they are all glad to have him be their leader. With that decided, the mission begins, and everyone starts entering the gate. The gate. Kim tells Jinwoo to sit close to the group so he doesn't get injured, and Juhee enters the gate with everyone else. Before Jinwoo enters, he takes a look at his pitiful sorry excuse for a weapon. A small blade with little magical power. Our boy spent all his money on worthless NFTs and barely gets any income, so that's all he can afford. Jinwoo is determined to do better this time and enters the gate. Elsewhere, a president of the Hunters Association named Go just finished a meeting with the government. where he was told that they need to avoid something called dungeon break. However, these same people demanded that they supply the goods acquired from the dungeon. Those in the association make a living by reselling goods acquired from the dungeon, so he doesn't have a problem with the request. The crystals obtained from defeating magic beasts are known as magic gems, and they are sold in exchange for money. Back with Jinwoo, we see that he has some managed to obtain a magic gem. Of course, he is excited to finally have gotten one, but he must quickly defend himself from a goblin. This thing is relentless, and Jinwoo's blade shatters to pieces when he attacks it. The goblin stabs our boy, and Ju-hee just stands around screaming. Luckily, the big guy from earlier runs past the useless girl and rescues our injured protagonist. Parks moves on to look for the next beast, leaving Ju-hee to heal Jinwoo. While she heals him, Jinwoo can only watch as the rest of the team does all the work. We then learn that magic gems obtained from high rank. Magic beasts can be made into more powerful weapons to defeat stronger magic beasts. Monocrystals from the dungeon can also be weapons, but their effects are not nearly as good as those of the magic gems. The government wants to use these items as a new type of energy. It's safer and more efficient than all the other types of power, and it even causes less pollution. It's the ideal green energy, and the government is desperately researching how to generate electricity from the gems and crystals. These items can only come from the dungeon, so that makes the hunters extremely valuable.